Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. We're the scouting staff for the Hula Bowl. Today I have with me one of the athletes who participated in that event this season. His name is Hale Mout'auaka. And hey, man, it's hard as crap to say your last name, but I appreciate you being on here with me, man. Give us a little bit of your background, dude. Tell us where you're from and walk us through your journey a bit, man.
All right. So first and foremost, thank you so much for having me on this. Yeah, so my name is Hale Mout'auaka, originally from Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu is on the island of Oahu. I lived there all my life. Started playing football in the eighth grade, then went to Punahou School, a great school in Hawaii with a great football program. And then from there on, I went to Utah State, where I spent 6 years, played there from 2018 to 2023.
Yeah, so you're one of these guys that's like a super duper senior. Obviously,
Yes.
with COVID, a lot of people ended up with an extra year, which obviously you took advantage of, and you had that one extra year in order to, prove to people that hey, this is a good athlete that people need to get a chance to know. So, um, Halle, have a couple things in my notes, and so hopefully you can, help me out a little bit. So, you had said actually you had been playing football for a long time, since obviously going back to the eighth grade. Obviously growing up in Hawaii. Um, and dude, I mean, I think obviously people forget about that culture and really what you bring to the table. Because dude, there's a ton of people coming out of Hawaii these days, who are really making an impact in the game of football. So, talk about that, man.
Hawaii football is something great. A lot of people nowadays are starting to see the talent that Hawaii has produced. We take it very serious back on the islands. Football is everything to us. For a lot of us, it's a ticket out to help support our families, to get a college education and to live our dreams out of trying to play at the next level, playing in the National Football League. But yeah, there's a lot of talent for sure that's come out of Hawaii.
So, let's talk about you and your whole story here. So, I mean, obviously, out of Hawaii, he ended up going to Utah State. Let's talk about Utah State, dude. They're the university that took a chance on you. So, what makes it so special for you?
Yeah, Utah State is definitely a very special school. I had a few offers, not too many. Wasn't super highly recruited out of high school, but just the coaching staff that was there at the time, Coach Matt Wells and Frank Maile. He's the defensive line coach at Washington State now. Um, just what I seen they had there and the culture they had really influenced me to make that commitment. I've been a part of, through my past 6 years, I believe, four different head coaches and four different defensive coordinators. So I've seen a lot of people come and go, both coaches and players alike. So just having that experience really helped me to not be too comfortable and to to learn new schemes, learn different styles of playing, and give me that experience.
Holly, it's got to be somewhat of a struggle, actually. I mean, when you have so many different head coaches, defensive coordinators, um, and I think maybe perhaps guys like you kind of get lost in all of that. How did that impact you, man? Like that whole you know, I guess trying time of going through that sort of thing.
With the amount of changes I went through, it kind of just became something that was normal to me. So just knowing that, when a new head coach came in, he'd probably bring in his own defensive coordinator. So just expecting the scheme to change, it wasn't that much of a struggle as some people may think it is. It's just how you take it and what your mentality is towards it. It is good to have the same scheme throughout your entire college career just to make things more comfortable for yourself. But once you kind of take that out of your mind and just have that mindset of, there's nothing I can do about it, but the thing I can control, I will do my best at, is the kind of mindset I had. So it wasn't really a struggle for me.
Okay, well, I mean, hey, I mean, obviously, very well respected there. So, when we're looking at you as a defensive lineman, We're looking at you as a guy who at the Hula Bowl you weighed in at 6'1", 300 pounds. So what does that mean, man? Where are you lining up there on the defensive line?
Um, so I believe that I'm a defensive tackle. That's what I came there for. But I'll play wherever a team wants me to play. Either even though I might seem a little undersized, I definitely think that my quickness, strength, and just my natural leverage gives me that advantage. So yeah, but also being that undersized kind of gives you a chip on your shoulder while you're playing as well.
And it kind of comes with the territory. It's fine. We don't mind being the underdog because
Yeah.
people overlook us all the time. Um, so obviously, you do have that, natural leverage that you are able to implement as a player. Anything perhaps more about you that you feel separates you from the pack?
Um, I just believe my work ethic is great, as well as I feel like I have a great get off, very quick and fast at the point of attack. And, there's a lot of things I need to work on as well. That's what I'm doing as I'm preparing for pro day and preparing hopefully to get into a camp. Just like working the little things. But yeah, I feel like definitely my quickness, strength, and my ability to get off the ball really quick helps me a lot.
Well, cool. So, obviously been at Utah State for a while. When you think about some of the great games that you've been a part of, walk me through some of your best memories, if you don't mind.
My best memory at Utah State definitely has to be winning the Mountain West Championship in 2021. We played a great team in San Diego State. It was my recent coach, Coach Blake Anderson. He's the man. Shout out to him. But it was his first year at Utah State. And from when he came in, he brought in a lot of talent with him, great coaches, and everybody just bought in. We knew we were going to have a great year that year, and just to finish it off the way we did was truly special. So that's definitely the top of my memories at Utah State.
Gotcha. What do you feel like is your bread and butter out there as a player, man? Like, what's that one, move or play or something that you just love executing out there, other than obviously taking the quarterback and slamming him to the ground?
I'd say like my one of my favorite and one of my go-tos is just trying to use the strength that I have, use power and quickness, getting off the ball and just 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 trying to be disruptive. That's one of the main things I try to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel has changed the most, actually, with you coming in as a freshman, several years ago versus now? What do you think's changed the most?
Most definitely, just having a better mindset and just growing up, but becoming more mature. You know, going into college, especially as a freshman, you're so used to, depending on your parents. But once you kind of get out on your own, it's definitely a change. It makes you grow up quickly, learn things, and then throughout the years, I actually matured more than some may expect, just because I have a son and a wife. So taking on that role as well, um, having more priorities and extra motivation is definitely a little different.
Definitely a little different when you're, keeping that in the back of your mind, right? It's like, hey, I
Yeah.
got a little kid at home,
Yes.
kind of relies on me. And so you
Exactly.
play
Yes,
with a
sir.
different kind of fire.
Yes.
And I completely understand where you're coming from there. So, Hale, we invited you to the Hula Bowl. We wanted to give you the opportunity to represent very well, man, and feel like you did, a very good job of that at the Hula Bowl. Give me some of the
Thank you.
highlights of that week for you.
The highlights of that week was just, being able to go out there and compete. I'm very grateful for the opportunity and felt like I was able to accomplish what I wanted to, in terms of, just being able to showcase what I'm capable of doing. Throughout practices and then throughout the games, I had a bunch of fun. It was a great experience for me. And then not only that, but just meeting all these new players from all around, who are all some of the top athletes at at their position, making friendships and stuff like that. It was great. So I really enjoyed my experience there at the Hula Bowl.
So give me a ballpark, man. I mean, I know you had an opportunity maybe to sat down with some NFL scouts. How many are we talking about?
Not as many as most guys. I only talked to about three different teams, but just being able to go out there and showcase to the scouts what I can do and what I'm capable of doing. I was just grateful for that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, you go out there, you put together some film for people to evaluate, and
Yes,
obviously
sir.
you get a guy like yourself who, you're winning reps just like some of these other guys. So, um, let's just kind of look back at that week if you don't mind. I mean, obviously you come in, um, do a whole bunch of things, and get yourself situated. You got practices. Um, but dude, one of the things that I felt was I don't know, amazing in its own way was like our Hall of Fame dinner. Um, I felt like it was so amazing to see so many people, uh, you know, of the Polynesian culture, like doing the haka. That to me is like it's just so amazing. Like without us even trying, I don't even know how many guys that we had up on that like little stage, man. It was like 12 or something crazy. Like that was exciting.
Yes.
I mean, talk about that moment if you don't mind.
So for me personally, I actually was born into like the Polynesian entertainment business. I'm actually a fire knife dancer. So I've been doing that all my life. So one thing that I like to do, just personally talking, is perpetuate the Polynesian culture. It's something that's very beautiful and something that I love to showcase to as many people as I can. And just having that opportunity with along with my other brothers who are Polynesian that got invited to the Hula Bowl to represent our culture and perform the haka in front of all those people was truly a great experience for all of us. We take pride in our culture. Polynesians are very prideful of who we are and where we came from. So just that opportunity to perpetuate the culture even more was great.
Yeah, I mean, dude, to me, it's very intense to be, there, just kind of experiencing that. Like, maybe perhaps for the first time, people are, experiencing that sort of, part of the culture, that being the haka, and then of course, again, just I mean, I just felt like it was a great moment to like there was an opening video of you just kind of talking about things and the impact that it has on you. Um, and so you're an entertainer. You're a
Yes.
guy who's throwing around, I guess, fire and knives and stuff. Like,
Yes, it's
how
a
in the
it's a fire
world did
knife.
you get into that?
So I was like I said, I was born into the show business. My parents both worked at luau's and stuff, and my dad fire knife danced a little bit, and it's just something that I got into. It's actually like a warrior dance. So yeah, what it is, it's a traditional art called the Ailau, or traditional Samoan art. We use a weapon called the Nifo'oti, which translates to the tooth of death. It's a weapon of choice from the warriors of Samoa. It has a machete blade and a hook on one side, and like a staff to hold on to it. So you know, we just light it on fire to portray we're in war and to just show the mastery of our weapon.
I can't tell you how amazing that sounds and frightening, really, because I mean, obviously, you have this weapon that's on fire that you're throwing around all over the place. Um, do you feel like that sort of experience might actually help you as an athlete? Of you as a player on the gridiron. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of want to hear it from you.
Yeah, I think it does most definitely. Just with like hand-eye coordination, hand speed, um, quickness, and of course mindset. You're dealing with fire and knives, having that fearlessness, and you kind of the adrenaline. I can say like before stepping on stage is very similar to walking on the field before the first kickoff or before the first play, having the butterfly. So it's definitely like something I can say is similar in that sense. So yeah, it's similar, and they both can help each other in both ways. Yeah.
I mean,
fine
I
as
would be
dancing and
fearing for
football.
my life with all that stuff. Probably the same thing, like if you get a guy like myself who's 5'6" and you throw him out, on the football field against some of these giants, I'd probably feel the same way. Just scared to death. But yeah, I mean, I think about it, you as a guy who like with the intensity of you, like, being a performer, being able to uh under pressure, you're able to, you know, handle this dangerous weapon. And so, yes, like you said, I mean, it requires some hand-eye coordination and just, complete and utter focus, and obviously some athleticism too. I mean, you got to, be able to, use your hands and move your body around and stuff,
Yes,
during the
yes.
normal
You're
thing.
kind of
So,
dancing with it.
um,
And there's a lot of like, you do some tumbles, acrobatic kind of movements too. So it's cool. Yeah.
it's definitely crazy. So, well, Hale, I mean, you were able to, you know, go out to the Hula Bowl, finish up well, do a good job in the game itself. So, uh, where are you at these days, man? What are you up to?
So since the Hula Bowl, I was here a little earlier in Texas training at a place called Crow Fitness. I trained there a week before I went to the Hula Bowl just to make sure that I'm in football shape. A few weeks after season, and especially in the holidays, it's easy to kind of get out of shape, especially for a guy like myself, just being home eating, all the food during the holidays. But um, Crow Fitness helped me get back in shape, and then right after the Hula Bowl, came right back to Texas, and I've been training ever since for pro day. So I have about 7 to 8 weeks until my pro day. So, I'm just taking a week at a time, just trying to get better each and every day.
So, I mean, do you have any expectations or goals for that pro day? I mean, is there something in particular that you've been working on?
Everything, just trying to get bigger, faster, stronger. My weight is is about 300 right now, but I'm just trying to gain about a pound a week just to be as heavy, but still be able to be as fast and explosive as I can be and strong as well. So just trying my best, working as hard as I can to have a dominant pro day.
So, how many reps at 225 you benching these days, if you don't mind me throwing that out there?
Well, the goal is somewhere in the 30s. That's the goal. Yeah.
Well, good. So, I'm just kind of gathering from your demeanor there that it's somewhere in the 20s right now. So,
Yeah, yeah, high 20s, yeah. But we'll see. We got a lot of time. We got a lot of
that's
time to work it up.
that's good. I mean, obviously, it's just one thing that some people, kind of, draw to. Others as
Yes.
well. Obviously, you got to be able to move. You got to be able to, get a good 40 and that sorts of
Yes.
things. So, cool. So, you've shared a lot about yourself outside of a football player, that being a, performer. But other than that, man, other than you being a performer, a father, uh, is there anything else that you want to share about yourself that other people don't know yet, or what?
No, I think I've touched on everything. That's most of my life that's outside. Uh, with um um, with being a performer, I actually find that dancing is a competitive sport as well. So I'm a there's a world championship that I've competed in throughout my entire life. There's different age divisions, and I'm proud to say that I've won the world championship 3 times. So it's definitely a great accomplishment. But yeah, other than being a performer, it's I'm also a competitor in that sport as well.
That's amazing, dude. I mean, obviously it's not football, but I mean, it's still, great to be able to hang your hat on, a major accomplishment, when you're performing, and, getting a championship is always great. So,
Yes, it's
definitely,
awesome.
definitely kudos to you, for those things. But, um, let me see if I can get a couple more quick things out of you. So, talking a little bit about, maybe perhaps during the holidays, had to maybe, I don't know, treat yourself a little bit to the home cuisine. What's that one like? I don't know, maybe favorite meal, maybe back home that like a family member makes for you.
What a family member makes. Shoot, anything my mom cooks or my wife cooks, I'll eat. I'll go to
Of
town with
course.
it. But yeah, but like one of my most go-to foods when I'm in Hawaii. It's called mixed plates. So like, you know, they got the different assortments of meat. It can be like teriyaki beef, chicken. Like we have something called chicken katsu, you know, with some rice and macaroni salad. That's something I definitely enjoy. Just because, you know, living in Utah, being so far from Hawaii, I don't really get to eat that kind of food. So, you know, anytime I go back home, I always just try to eat some of that. And have you been to Hawaii before when you was at the Hula Bowl in
Not
Hawaii?
as of today. So
Oh, okay.
soon,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, there's great food. I bet the Logans can tell you a lot about the great food there. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
can, go on, long conversations about those sorts of things. Yeah, definitely would love to get there one day here. I need to talk to the Logans a little bit more about that one in the future. But, with you going to Utah State from Hawaii, like, was there anything there at Utah State that perhaps like you picked up like at all, like from, obviously it's a little bit of a culture clash, right?
Oh, for
There
sure.
anything
Yeah.
that you really, you know, I guess fell in love with? Obviously, I'm not necessarily saying just about the college itself, but I mean, just anything about that like surrounding culture.
Shoot. I'd probably say one thing that definitely grew on me was like country music. You know, I listen to country music a little bit in Hawaii. It's actually more popular than people think, but I didn't really care for it. But once I moved to Utah, just always hearing it on the radio and always hearing like some of my teammates play it, I got a little bit more into it. So that was something that was cool. And then you know, I had a lot of guys that came from Idaho or Wyoming and places like that. So like, you know, shooting clay pigeons and stuff like that. Like I've never done that before until I moved to Utah. So that was always like a fun experience for sure.
I mean, I was thinking a little bit more along the lines of like you're kind of on the water versus like
In the snow.
in the snow.
Oh, I
So
can't lie. I'm still not a fan of the snow. But
the people that are fans of snow, man, you got to wonder about them guys. But I mean, I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, well, Holly, I do want to go ahead and wrap ourselves up. So, I mean, obviously, training right now in Texas, trying to get yourself prepared for your pro day. Um, so close us out, man. What is a team going to get in you when they take a chance? So give them your pitch, tell them why they need to do that, and give you that opportunity. So go for it.
Okay. So, you know, when getting out of Hale Mout'auaka, you definitely get out somebody who's a warrior, you know, have that warrior mindset, who always come to work every single day. It doesn't matter where you need me to play, what you need me to do, I will do it. I will do whatever it takes to help the team and to help the organization. It doesn't matter. I don't have no specific places I want to play. I'll play wherever I need to play, whether that's the nose guard, three tech, or even fullback, special teams. It doesn't matter. I'll do whatever it takes. So I know that whatever team gives me that chance and opportunity, I will make the most of it.
Well, cool, man. I definitely want to wish you very best of luck in this process. And again, we have really appreciated having you at the Hula Bowl. And again, wish you nothing but the best. All right.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Best
Once
of luck to
again,
you.
Hale Motu'apuaka.
All
I'm gonna
right.
see if I can get that again for you guys. So you take care of yourself. All right.
You too. Take care.